And new tonight, a multi-million-dollar program meant to get the most vulnerable Hoosiers to their doctor's appointments is still a work in progress. Our Call 6 team has been tracking the situation since June as people reach out to us for help and answers. Call 6 Chief Investigator Rafael Sanchez joins us with a story you will only see on our
Amanda, good evening. Taxpayers will pay $128 million over 4 years. One reason for people to care. The other reason? The people themselves. This time we travel to Hancock, Madison, and Marion counties. Among this group of people, a kidney transplant recipient and a shooting survivor. We met with them after July 4th and wanted to see what would happen in a month. They've seen improvements and remain anxious. So what are we growing?
Grapes.
When we visited with Catherine Vardaman in Anderson,
are these edible?
The green ones are.
She was concerned about her grapes.
You might find something running around.
Her garden.
I don't want to be dependent on anybody.
And her budget.
Did you ever worry about getting to your doctors in those 9 years?
No, I did not.
They were dependable.
You bet they were.
Before July the 17th, she paid her home health aide more than $50 to cover the cost of driving her to doctor's appointments in Indianapolis. Her taxpayer-funded ride service through Southeast Trans failed to pick her up on several occasions.
Sorry doesn't get it because I have to be there. It's my life that's on the line.
They haven't got any of it worked out.
In Indianapolis, William Garrettson is afraid his daughter may lose her job after she left in the middle of her shift a couple of times in June and early July to take him to dialysis.
There was a blood clot from about here down to here, and they had to drill it out.
Linda Jones is still recovering from a surgery she almost missed. She had to call her daughter, who was at work, to take her to surgery when her ride was not on time. She has a message for the workers and the leader of the Indiana Family and Social Services Administration.
If you could talk to her, you know, she's a doctor. She's a nice lady.
Yeah.
And I think she'd want to hear from you.
Okay.
What would you say to her?
I would tell her it's very important. You got people like me, you know, people worse than I am that can't get anywhere, that depend on these rides, and they need to know that they can depend on them.
It's an older neighborhood, but I have really good neighbors.
In Greenfield, Rodney Polston took us on a walk of his neighborhood.
No, I'm blind. I'm a shotgun victim to the face. A disgruntled stepson shot me through a closed window at my home. And so that result of that, I'm blind.
He's rescheduling appointments he missed back in June and early July, and he's worried about stressing out friends and family.
It just brings in a whole bunch of anxiety. Who am I going to invite in my family to miss work to take me? In which I hate for that to happen. You know, times are tough on people. They need their money, and it's a real hard one to get in perspective and not be angry, you know, because my life depends on it.
And all four have seen improvements in the last month. All four of these Hoosiers have not missed one appointment since we visited them earlier last month. The state was unaware of the story again until this past Friday, so they did not get any preferential treatment. Now here are some of the improvements that the state has undertaken in light of all of this. 43 extra providers have been added to the system. The total now 250 companies working in the network managed by Georgia-based Southeast Trans. 86 unsafe vehicles pulled from the streets statewide because they pose a danger to customers in our state. And here's one more figure to look at. Southeast Trans has deployed more than 40 vehicles in underserved parts of the state, mostly in southwest Indiana, like Washington County. We did get this statement from FSSA. They say, "We are confident as we continue to implement our new brokered model for non-emergency transportation that we will continue to identify and address any inconsistencies or gaps in service to improve the member experience." Call 6 investigators will continue to speak up for those who face difficulties with their rides and believe that their health is being placed at risk.